What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to HearMeOut Podcast, Season 3, Episode 4. I'm your host, Dro.
It's the Blaze on thing. It's Brooks. What's up?
Yes, sir. And today we are joined by a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
My name is KaseyJones800. I'm with the group 800, and yeah, I'm here to answer questions.
Now, before we jump into the questions and everything, man, how's life, man? How's everything with you, bro?
Everything's good. I'm in a really good spot right now. I'm setting myself up to be in a greater spot, so hopefully all that works out. And you know what I'm saying? Just keep my head down, working right now. Everything good.
Facts, man. Facts. So, you're signed to a small label in LA. Tell us a little bit about that.
So basically back in 2015 when I was like first starting, dropping stuff on SoundCloud and stuff like that, there was a gentleman based in LA that reached out to me that really liked my music and believed in my craft. And basically, because I don't come from a silver spoon or anything like that. I'm just me and my parents and stuff. So you know what I'm saying, that being a rapper is not the cheapest job per se. And so, well, if you're trying to do it correctly, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But yeah, so basically we kind of set up an agreement where he has some faith in the music, I got some faith in bread, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I don't even think when we started talking it was a label. It might have just been a distribution thing at the time. But yeah, we signed an agreement back in 2015, 2016, and we've been rocking with each other ever since. It's been pretty damn fruitful, if I say so myself.
Nice, man. I like that, fruitful. Yo, that's crazy, man, to think that, like, what you said, 2015 is when you signed with them?
Yeah. I might have actually signed 2016, but that's when we started talking, was back in 15.
Is it crazy to think that we are now 3 years in the future?
Man, what? Yeah. It's interesting because I'm glad to be where I am right now, but at the same time, if you had asked me 3 years ago if I was going to be in this position, I would probably say no. But I think when I first signed that deal, I went out to LA and I was living there and I was like, yo, like this is it, like we about to da. But you know, the way that the industry works, it's not always that simple. And so I took some time to just readjust and get my head in a more business oriented way and more instead of just being excited to be out there type shit. So I would say if you were to ask me back then where I would probably say I'd be at the top right now. But if that had gone that way, I probably would have only been at the top for like a song or two, and then everything would have just crumbled. But now, you know what I'm saying, I got a better head on my shoulders, one that understands the industry a little bit more, and I'm really ready to get back to that point.
I love that perspective from you. Do you think it's kind of like how some kids are going off to college for the first time, being away from home, and just like partying too much, or just not working as hard as it was for you, or what were some of the situations that you got yourself into?
For example, you get your first big check from a label or something like that, and the smart thing to do is save that shit. Save that shit. Don't invest it in your craft, something. Don't spend it on a whole bunch of other shit like I did.
Gotta save that money.
Man, save that shit. I'm trying to tell you. Partially that, you know what I'm saying? In rap culture, drugs are a big thing, you know what I'm saying? It's real easy back then. It was real easy to get caught up in, what was the drug? Probably like Xannies and shit like that. So, I'm out in LA getting drunk every day. Weed is legal over there, smoking big gas, yada, yada, yada. Just kind of clouding my head up. And I wish that I could go back to that point in time and kind of approach it with a more clear head, more business oriented. So, I would just say, I don't know. It's real easy to get real excited and lose focus of what's really important or not even that necessarily, just to get too comfortable when you get a little bit of up, and then, you know what I'm saying, you can get back down real quick. So I would say just be careful to really, really, really think about what your next step is.
Right. Now, I saw a tweet of yours, man, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people. You were like, yo, I didn't even go to Northwood. So people would probably guess you go to Northwood all the time because you hang out with Northwood people. Yeah. So where did you go to high school?
I went to Blair, like up the street.
Right up the street.
So
yeah.
And when did you graduate?
2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Damn. So you were just straight up just becoming like, you were like a baby adult for real, just going out in LA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was real young, and so I didn't necessarily have the best sight of things. But I'm glad all that happened off the early instead of like when I was really about to blow type shit and then I just fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I fucked up the mini blow before the big blow.
It's good to just like make all mistakes when you're young like that. Like, I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter as much as it does when you're that young.
Nah, totally.
Type of deal.
I think about that shit every day.
So you say that you fucked up the mini blow up of yours. So do you feel like you got a blueprint for like the real blow up?
Yeah, because what happened when I first went to LA and stuff was I just like I was saying earlier, I got comfortable. I wasn't dropping music as much as I should. Wasn't working on music as much as I should. But now we got everything like. The whole DigiDogs is completely done, 100% done. I could drop it right now if I wanted to. But I know that the smart thing to do is to have, you know what I'm saying, a single run and get crazy covers and some videos too, just to make sure that the rollout is good. So, and not even that, like, because we, you know what I'm saying, with me and 800, we always did rollouts and stuff, but now it's about having stuff ready to go after what you're about to drop. Like right now, DigiDogs is ready to go. Videos are almost ready to go. We already working on the next project. We're almost halfway done with those drafts and stuff like that. Because as soon as DigiDogs drops, people gonna be asking what's next, and I want to be ready for that. I want to have an answer.
So is that usually how it is? Like, because I noticed that, like, example, Kodak dropped his album, right, and then he already got the video with Lil Pump. 21 Savage dropped, and he already got like the whatever video out. So it's like that, like you already got videos, like albums that are months out ahead of time.
Yep. DigiDogs has been done since like November or something like that. It's been done for a long time. But it happened with All Dogs too. All Dogs was a lot longer process, but yeah, we just want to make sure that everything is perfect, because there's been a lot of times where you'll like say a date in advance and everyone's ready for that date, but when it comes to that date, you don't have the video as perfect as you want it to be, and you don't want to put out the half-ass video, so then you push it back and people get upset about that and maybe lose interest a little bit. So there's just a bunch of little factors that really cut into dropping shit and having attention.
Now, for All Dogs, didn't Clockwork record that first video, or was it who was it that recorded your first video?
For television, that was
and I fuck with that song too.
Thank you. It was Off Bucks Films, which is these two guys from PG. They do a lot of videos for just the kind of scene. But I want to work with Clockwork. I fuck with those guys a lot. That's like Tim and Reggie and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You haven't worked with? I was thinking the same. I was under the impression you already did a video with Tim.
Yeah, because I know I saw it on Twitter.
Tim, we've never met, but you hear the people.
Yeah, hey, shout out Low Key Tim, man. Episode 1, go check that out. We got the link. But yo, any artist in the DMV that needs a video, go fuck with Clockwork, man. Island Boy, Reggie Reg, Low Key Tim. They have a new guy in there too. I'm not too familiar with his name, but just check them out. Clockwork Production. They're super dope. Maybe a collab Casey Jones. So KaseyJones800, that's your full, or is it just Casey Jones?
That's just Casey Jones. The group that I'm in is 800.
So tell us about 800 then.
800 is me and the homies. It kind of started out as more of it. People tend to think of 800 as like a rap group, when in actuality, out of the like 7 or 6 remaining members, only 2 of us are rappers.
Y'all were deep before. I remember.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, those people that were part of the 800 family back then are still part of the extended family. It's just they spread out to do different things. Like half of the people that used to be in 800 moved to New York, and so you know what I'm saying, connections aren't as easy with people living far away. So you know, it's all up to them and everything. That's still family, but we just had to. I don't know if downsize is the right word, but you know what I'm saying, we had to let them go so that they can focus on themselves type of shit.
So it's almost like an Odd Future, Brockhampton type of collective, you could say.
I don't know, but yeah. It's I like to think of it as just like a creative collective, because there's like me and Al being the rappers, and then we have T and Steez, who both have clothing lines. Jew has a clothing line. T and Steez both do graphic design.
Shout out Steez.
Yeah, he actually moved to LA, but he's still in the group. He's the only one that stayed in LA when we all left. So Steez did it. Shout out to Steez.
Bad news, yo, right? Bad news.
Bad news. HBC, Mingo, all the 8 brands going crazy. Yeah. So, anyways, I like to think of us as more of a creative group rather than just a rap group, because we really have everything. Like, we have, you know what I'm saying, people that can work on videos, people that work on graphics, people that work on music, people that are learning how to do photography and engineering and mixing, like, and really between us and just our network of people both in and out of the group, I really feel like, especially like in this area, we're gonna be unstoppable. There's gonna be no reason. The only people that could stop us is us if we just decided to stop working. So,
I say this all the time. If you got the resources, and just before I continue on that little tangent I was about to go on, our future is like straight up rap group. Like I don't.
But then they had like the TV show. They got.
And they had like the internet as the band.
True.
Hey, shout out the internet. Shout out my boy Patrick.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, Loader Squad, funny as shit. If y'all haven't seen it, but anyways, back on my little tangent here. Damn, what was I saying?
Talking about just collaboration.
We was talking about how only I can stop me.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Damn, the train almost left the station right there. All right, so I got it back. So we have the resources. You got, I guess somewhat of a following, right? So once you have that, like he said, like I say, if you listen to our podcast, nobody is stopping you except for you. So I want to like echo that sentiment out. But to my next question, I was gonna say was this: how often do you find yourself in like a studio setting?
If I can, damn near every day. I would say at least 7 days out of the week, at least 4 of those days I'm in a studio type setting, whether it's an actual studio or like whether it's studio. Just, you know what I'm saying, my friend's room. He has a USB mic, like whatever. As long as you get those drafts done before going to the actual studio to lay them down, that's the key right there. You don't need to spend, you know what I'm saying, $50 every hour on some studio time with songs that you're recording for the first time if you have the home setup and you already know what you're going in to do. So yeah, man, like studios, who knows, but places that music can get recorded and made and ideas accomplished, damn near every day if I can.
Right. And as far as the label goes, like how much of like the say in your music or like your projects do they have? Like, are they telling you what they want to have on the projects like that?
Nah. A lot of people get stuck in situations like that, but I have 100% creative control over my projects.
Congratulations, man. That's very rare.
Yeah, that was something that's really and is really important to me because I could never let somebody tell me how to do anything for real. I've low-key, ever since I was a kid, I always had problems with people telling me what to do. But I don't know if that ties into this. But, you know what I'm saying? My label head trusts me. He knows that I got a good vision and one that will, hopefully take me to better places. And, he just kind of lets me do my thing. If he ever, like, needs anything, like a verse for somebody or something like that, he can always reach out to me type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's mutually beneficial in that way. But in terms of, like, my projects and stuff, nah, it's mostly all me and my group. And then I just send it to him. And, yeah, most of the time he's like, bet, this is fine. Let's do it.
And as far as your your creative control, is it strictly you that's just writing these rhymes, or like is it off the dome?
I spend a lot of time writing. I'm not the best freestyler, just because my mind kind of like goes real fast, so it's hard for me to get like one solid idea just off the top like shit. But we freestyle sometimes, but that's more just like in a session, just like chilling type shit. I don't really ever freestyle seriously. I spend a lot of time writing, write all my stuff. I'll like me and the homies will bounce ideas off each other, but when it comes down to like pure like bars and stuff, I'm the only person that's writing my shit. Nobody else is writing my shit.
Tough. Yo, I want to say, man, and there's I can't remember the name of the first one, but I know there's two guys that produce like basically all of Dogs Go to Heaven. That's Trill 800, and who was the other one?
Let's see, I'm trying to think. My homie Dre produced on that joint. He did Out of the Loop and Niles. Trill. Yellow Light was produced by Steezy Zoe.
There's one producer tag that I kept hearing. It's like, tell now keep them things roll. Shawty.
Oh, that's Trill. Yeah,
that's Trill.
That's Trill. Trill know we keep them things roll, shawty. Like, yeah.
Who says that? Is that Frankie Steve saying that?
Nah, that's the boy Half Empty.
Okay.
And that's from an old song off one of his projects. I think actually Trill, you're not gonna hear that on DigiDogs. He got a new beat tag.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna hear that one.
You're gonna hear the switch. I'm also on DigiDogs. I've been working with this other producer. The main two producers on that is Trill again, and then this guy Daywan Crooks, who is a monster, absolute monster. And I also work with a guy ET on the beat. He's fire.
Crooks from around the way, or
no. His name is Daywan Crooks. He's from PG.
Okay.
He works with a lot of other rappers from around here, like Matt McGee, stuff like that.
All right.
Cool, man. Well, I wanted to ask.
Oh, you talking about like don't want war crooks?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was thinking. I heard
Big Chris Crooks.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard Crooks. I was like,
no. Shout out to that guy, but no.
Yo, I haven't heard it that on Kobe Bryant ready. Yo, that shit had the area buzzing. I don't know if you got.
Yeah. I was,
dude, it was crazy,
young,
man.
but yeah.
Yeah, we were all like probably still high school back then. I want to say.
I think I just started high school or something like that.
Damn. No wait, so
when did y'all graduate?
A year before you.
14, yeah, 2014, both of us.
So you're 21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we're a year ahead of you. But
okay.
We're all the same as far as we're concerned. Yeah. Like we're all mentally the same, man.
Yeah, man. That's all that matters.
But I wanted to ask you, bro. When I was listening to the tape, we see that like dogs have like the influence on there. So where does the where do the dogs come into play?
I truly believe that dogs are like pure spirits in terms of like when you see a dog that always
man.
exactly. You when you see a dog, it's always so happy to see you, and like it's really like I've never seen a dog do something with like bad intentions or anything like that. And so with that in mind, obviously,
my fucking dog, man.
Oh, that's a fact. I came in here. He said,
"Oh yeah, don't touch Benny.
Don't touch the dog.
Benny's racist. Benny's just crazy."
That's the first time. Well, no, that's not the first time I heard that, and I do wish that I could pet your dog. But anyways, so with that being said, dogs being pure spirits, they would all go to heaven per se. You know what I'm saying? If you are the type of person that believes in heaven, hell, that kind of thing. And I refer me and the homies refer to like, oh, like that's my dog, or like me and my dogs, da 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 da. So it's kind of a double entendre in which I had a couple homies that passed in the last year as well, and so you know what I'm saying, I know they up in heaven doing their damn thing. So you know, all dogs go to heaven. We all dogs.
That's actually a much better. I was thinking about it in such a like literal look, where's the dogs at, like the actual animal dog. When you put it that way, it actually makes a lot more sense because you were probably vibing out with the homies when you were making this out with this tape.
I mean, me and Trill worked a lot together. Me and Al too.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
You were gonna say something?
No, I mean I was gonna ask you if you hadn't ever had like a dog or anything.
I just got a dog. I've wanted the dog my entire life. My parents were not rocking, but my sister just got a dog, which is fucked up. So if y'all watching this, that's fucked up.
Hey, is she the youngest in the family?
Yeah, she's the youngest.
You know, that I can relate with that because my brother got us our dog like when we were all out of town. I come back home. Yeah, shout out Lucy, bro. She's a wild little girl, but anyway, yeah, like he brought her home. I see her on Snapchat. I'm like, whose dog is this? I know it's not ours.
You can't even be that mad because you wanted the dog the whole time.
I went 23 years of my life without a dog, and the dog is there. I'm like, I'm so happy. Like I almost cried a tear of joy, but yeah.
What kind of dog you got, man?
It's a beagle.
For real?
Yeah, it's a beagle. She's real small for a beagle though. Your beagle is way bigger than mine.
Yeah, you know? he's like a. So for people that don't know what my dog look like, he's fat, but like he's not like he's not huge. You know what I'm saying? Like he's because he's mixed with Basset Hound too. So that's where
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So he's like that's where the whole hostility comes from my dog. Like he's a hunter. Like he wants to protect. Like anybody that want to come pet him, it's like he thinks he's protecting us.
So if I had reached out to pet him, he would have bit me? Or
most likely, yeah.
Yeesh, all right.
And that's because he came from a effed up situation. Like we got
my
him
dog did too. That's crazy. My dog is scared of me.
But I bet your dog doesn't bite people like that though.
Nah, but she don't do anything though. That's the whole kill.
How old is she?
She like 7, something like that. We got her from a shelter, so she.
Adopt your dogs, man.
Yeah, adopt your dogs, man, for real. And she been through some shit. We don't know exactly what she been through, but she does not like me and my dad, so it's probably something with men.
That's tough.
Real sad shit.
You gotta get Caesar Milan on that.
I'll get in trouble if I said, well, my dog is like his bite preferences. So I'll tell you guys that later.
Real facts.
Damn.
So let's talk about DigiDogs, man. So is that gonna have is that gonna have anything from the last tape, or is it gonna be like something completely different?
Oh no, it's all brand new shit.
Okay.
All brand new shit, all brand new beats. Not really the brand new people, but you know what I'm saying, the same people that you've come to love and appreciate on the last project, you know. People ask me that a lot. I didn't realize that was going to be such a big point of confusion. DigiDogs have nothing to do with all dogs other than it's me rapping on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not remixes. Everyone thinks it's remixes.
Nah.
It's not.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. It's brand new shit, man.
So would you say you're more of like a storyteller rapper, or are you more like a lyrical, more like?
I'd hate to put myself in that box for real. Honestly, I don't think there's really like. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily telling stories per se, but I wouldn't say that I'm the most lyrical. But I'm not the opposite end of that either. You know, I'm not. I don't know. I feel like people tend to make a big like distinction between like lyrical, miracle, spiritual rap, and then like trap rap per se.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Facts.
I feel like there doesn't really need to be that distinction. 'Cause I feel like I've heard a lot of trap songs that have been entire stories and stuff like that. But anyways, before I start talking about that, yeah, the point is I wouldn't really consider myself anything other than me. I'm not necessarily trying to be a certain type of rapper. I just kind of do whatever comes natural. Exactly. Casey from the 8, man. That's it.
What is the 8? Where is that?
So actually, I wasn't part of 800 when it first became a thing. That was my homie Andy, my homie Yanju, who does Mingo and all that, and might have just been them. But yeah, the 800 was a thing when I came into it. I believe it had something to do with Old English, like the 40s, because they have the little 800 thing at the bottom, I think. Oh. So I think they got it from that, but I'm not sure. But to me, the 8 means kind of something else, because when you turn an 8 sideways, it's an infinity sign, and I believe that me and my brothers were destined to do this, and that we're going to continue to do this for the rest of our time here. So that's kind of what it means to me, personally.
Hey, KaseyJones800. So I fuck with that. Matter of fact, let's get a round of applause. Casey Jones in the building.
Season 3, episode 4.
We shout out his homie Gary. He's in the cut, but he's here. He's in the building. We got Frankie J on the ones and twos. Frankie J's brother. Do you want to be named, or you want to be left anonymous? Or we're gonna leave him anonymous. We got 301. Do you want to? And then we got 301 Alejandro, and of course we got the greatest makeup artist in the DMV. Go get booked ASAP.
Hey, so, free Valentine's Day.
Back to the music end of things, man. Do you have like any artists that you want to work with, that you feel like you can work with in 2K19?
Shit, there's a lot of artists I want to work with. Artists that I can work with, I don't know.
You don't have like one name or like 2 or 3 names at the top of that list?
Hell yeah, I want to work with Key. I don't know if you guys know who Key is. Nah, just Key with an exclamation point.
Just Key. Nah, tell us a little bit about him.
Key from Atlanta, man. He just dropped a project this year, 777. He been rapping since like 2012. It's like my favorite rapper for real. I fuck with him. I fuck with Travis Scott. People around here that I want to work with. I want to work with, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Black Fortune, but he's tough. Yeah. Trying to get some shit in with him. But mostly I just want to keep getting better with the homies. Keep doing shit with Walla that's better and better. Keep doing shit with Dre and Trill that's better and better. And yada, yada, yada. Just advance as much as possible just for me and the homies, you know?
Walla is dope.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the like 2 or 3 tracks. It was the last track. It was the very last track of your tape, but I was just like, damn.
Yeah. Red October.
Spitting, man.
Walla is nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
For sure, man.
He couldn't be here today, but
shout out Walla, man. I wanted to ask you, now we're talking about artists that you want to work with. Let's talk about artists that you have worked with. So tell us how that whole Fat Trail thing came into play.
Oh, man. So basically, me and Trail have the same person in LA that we work with.
Okay.
So honestly, I was working on All Dogs, and I had this one track that actually the track that he was originally supposed to be on was called Sample, and I told my distributor, I said, yo, you good with Trail, right? Like, do you think that he would like fuck with this and like want to get on this song or something like that? And so let's see, yeah, I was out in LA. I showed him the song. I was like, yo, you think he would fuck with this? And then, like, next week, I got an email, checked my phone, it said, Trail feature. I said, what? Trail feature? There it was. But it was the wrong song. My guy had actually sent him, he was supposed to be on a song called Sample that was on All Dogs, and ended up being on a song called Traffic, which Walla is actually on that too, but he's not rapping. He's just the damn ad-libs and shit, but yeah, he just kind of looked out. There's a mutual relationship between the two of them, and I didn't really get to meet him or anything like that, but we supposed to be working on some more stuff too. And actually, what was crazy was I didn't even know about it. Fat Trail re-released one of his projects on Apple Music, the Gleesh jump, and yeah, I got a notification from Apple Music. I'm like, Casey Jones, Fat Trail album. What the hell? And I click it. I was like, oh shit, that's my voice like on this classic Fat Trail album that got re-released on Apple Music and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like,
that's where I heard it. I heard it first on Fat Trail's thing, and I was like, God, I heard
it was probably just as surprised as me. I seen it. I was going through the list. I seen it. I was like, damn.
Tell us. All right, so run us through like what emotions were you feeling when you opened that and you saw it? First the email and then the Apple Music.
Bro, it was wild as shit because. Well, for the email, I had just been waiting on it. I was like, I think he's gonna fuck with it. I think he's gonna send it to us. Like, cause my guy was like, yeah, I'm gonna send it to him. He gonna fuck with it. This song is good. Don't worry, we gonna get it done. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get it. I don't know when I'm gonna get it. And the thing is, at the end of the day, he don't know me like that. He could have thrown me the most bullshit verse. A lot of famous rappers do that. Just like someone pays for a verse or like it's just somebody underground.
And what's his name?
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying. They'll give you a real shitty verse. And so I was nervous. I was like, damn. I played the song. It wasn't the right song. I was like, oh my god. Like I hope this is gonna be good. But when he started rapping, bro, I was like, damn. Like he really murked this joint. Like I don't know. Shout out to him for not bullshitting because could have easily bullshitted. And then the Apple Music shit, that shit was extra wild because I woke up like I had just been asleep. You know what I'm saying? Expecting to just wake up, normal shit, coffee, yada yada yada. Wake up, check my phone. It's the notification. I was like, what? Like did I like re-release a form of my album or something like that? I was thinking like, oh, maybe my distributor just like put out some new shit or something like that. But then I clicked the joint. I was like, oh. That's crazy. That's crazy. And there it was. Fat Trail featuring Casey Jones. I said, shit. We good.
Beautiful.
Bro, that's crazy, man. Like I said, man, or like you actually said, I had the same reaction when I seen it. I was like, damn. I was size 40, man. I didn't even know you. I was just like, bro, somebody that a lot of my homies work with, man, is working with Fat Trail. So I thought that was like super dope.
I'm the youngest. So, I don't necessarily always know what I'm doing. I'll be needing guidance because I don't have older brothers. I only have my younger sister, and that's it. I ain't never had no brothers. So
800. You're the oldest one of your family?
Yeah. So they like my older brothers for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's key, bro.
Yeah.
That's key for real.
Yeah, I don't even know where I'd be right now if it wasn't for them. Honestly, I'd probably just be a normal ass kid that went to college. That's nothing against college. If you can do college, do that shit. But I couldn't.
Let me play devil's advocate for just a second. I think, who was it? I seen somebody saying, damn, I can't remember who. It was like a public figure, but basically what they're saying is this: if school doesn't make you happy and you got a blueprint to do something that's going to, put money in your pocket and keep you happy, don't force yourself to go to school. Yep. If school is like the part of your blueprint, go to school. Don't try to bullshit your way around it. But like, if it's not for you and you got a but that's the main key. If you think it's not for you, don't be Fortnite all day, smoking weed all day with no purpose. You know what I mean? If you got the blueprint and school is not part of it, attack that blueprint. Make that shit happen. Casey Jones making that happen. 800 making that happen. So, HearMeOut making that happen.
Yes,
Brendoza MUA, we all making that happen, yo. I mean, school, like I said, it's a great place. Matter of fact, if you are in a group like how you are and like how we are, it could actually be beneficial. You can you run across people, you could acquire skills for whatever it is that you're trying to do, but don't force yourself, kill yourself to work that job you hate so much, that school that you hate so much. Do what makes you happy, but make sure you got a blueprint behind it. Casey Jones in the building, man.
Episode 4, season 3. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you.
Episode 4, season 3. That's right. You mixed it up a little bit, but it's okay. Don't worry.
I had to do
a role reversal.
All Dogs is out. In Love and Memory is out. Get Well Soon is out. They're all on Apple Music, Spotify, all that. I got songs on SoundCloud. Everything.
Oh yeah. That's
DigiDogs coming soon.
DigiDogs, man. You gonna say something?
I was gonna say we did speak about that before. About me, I thought I saw more projects on this application page.
Big projects. They're not as good as All Dogs though. I'm gonna tell you that. I've gotten better. No cap.
So would you say like you had a specific moment where you're just like holy shit, like I gotta keep doing this.
I'm fucking dope.
When did you realize you had a formula going on?
Shit, I don't know when I realized that I had the formula. I couldn't start putting stuff out until I got a microphone and shit when I was like 16, but I've been dreaming about selling out shows and shit since I was like 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've literally always wanted to do music. I've always wanted to perform and go on tour. Like, even like, I don't even care if I make the most money. If I can do, you know what I'm saying, sold out shows and shit, which, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna come with money, you know what I'm saying, don't worry about that. But, you know what I'm saying, if I could just perform for the rest of my life and, you know what I'm saying, survive, I would fucking do it. That shit, that's what I love to do. I've always, and even before it was rap, like when I was younger, I was playing guitar and singing and writing songs that way. Like, this is just my passion. It's something that I love to do. So I don't know if there was ever a point in time where I realized, oh shit, this is working out, but it's always been that this is what I want to do.
So you got any performances lined up at like any clubs, Fillmore, anything like that?
I'm supposed to have a show at Songbird next month, but I think they're still figuring shit out with that. But sooner or later, we about to start throwing our own shows. So either DC, Maryland people get better at throwing shows or lose out, because y'all not cutting it. We about to start throwing our own shit.
Hey man, you can't wait for people to bless you, man. You got to attack that shit. I like that.
Exactly.
So
can't be like the Fire Festival though, and just.
Let's talk about Los Angeles, man. It's like the key place that you know, entertainment is at. So tell us like what the vibe is out there, because I have never. Well, I've been to LA, but I was like a little kid, so I don't really know shit about LA. What can you tell us and the viewers about LA?
I would say that LA is not for everybody. There's definitely, I feel like LA is the place to go after you've made something of yourself. Because I don't know. I can't speak for everybody when it comes to that. LA is beautiful. There's parts of it that's not so beautiful. I didn't really get the biggest taste of the scene while I was out there in terms of like underground scene, but everything seemed pretty good. I just feel like LA is more of a spot for people that have already established yourself, because everything is so expensive and it's hard to get shows out there unless you like grew up there type shit. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, people may have different experiences than me too, because some people might go out there and everything works exactly for them, but a lot of people are quick to make that jump to LA and then just get burnt out and then come back with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know, it's not for everybody. I personally think it's more of a place for people to go after you've made something of yourself. And it's definitely not New York. I feel like it's real easy to be more laid back in Cali, since everything is one, far apart, two, you know what I'm saying, it's gorgeous out there all the time. There's good ass weed, you know what I'm saying, beautiful women. Like, it's real easy to just get comfortable there and just
New York City that never sleeps. LA.
That's what I'm saying. New York is like everybody's hustling and bustling all the time. It's functions every night. People gotta work. Like, you have to go to your job or else you're losing your $2,000 a month little square. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out my brother. My brother's literally starting that right now.
Oh,
he just got a job out there.
And we've spoken about this before on the podcast. Like, how important was it for you to just like finally get out of the DMV area, like be by yourself, start like a whole new life by yourself with like your big brothers, that type of deal?
Shit. So what do you mean by that? Just like
we have my friend JT, singer out of New York right now, doing dope shit right now. He was just saying how like when you're out of your own element, you're more inspired to start just working harder, grind harder than you ever done before. But when you're home, it's like, I can just, I can go to downtown, I can go to DC, I can do whatever and keep doing the same thing.
Comfort zone.
Yeah. I feel that. I think it's that ties into the same thing that I was saying. Like, in LA, it's real easy to kind of get just lazy too, you know. But it's that comes from a place of like, oh, like I made it, like blah, 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 I'm just gonna chill. Mm-hmm. But I would say that it made me think about things that I never would have thought about. Like, I was out in LA and I needed a haircut. I was like, bro, who's gonna cut my hair? I know nobody out here type shit. So I had to figure out stuff like that just by being by yourself. But I figured that's kind of just with everything. If you just move out, you know what I'm saying? You kind of got to figure out that shit.
How long were you out there for?
We weren't out there for that long. We were out there for like 3-4 months, something like that. just moving. We were doing a lot of moving around, like different Airbnbs, like every other night type shit. And then Steve's stayed out there. He's still there to this day, like 2-3 years.
So he from that trip, he never left.
Yeah, no, he never left. He never came back. He's doing the damn thing. He's doing real well out there. So shout out to him.
Shout out to Steve's, man.
Yeah,
for real.
When are you going back to LA?
I went back earlier this year. I don't know. Whenever I go back now, it's a little bit more of like a vacation shit and to check in with my label and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's not at the top of my list right now. I really want to win from home. I think that would feel way better than going somewhere else and getting a bunch of people that don't know me to support me. Mm-hmm. I would love to win from home. As soon as a bunch of people that don't know you start fucking with you, the people that do know you are going to start fucking with you too because they see everybody else do it. Happens every time.
Yep.
But, you know, for the most part, people have been extremely supportive of me. This area, I've never really had any problems with anybody or anything like that. People always are very respectful to me, you know what I'm saying? Giving me credit and stuff that, shit, I don't even necessarily feel is deserved, but, you know what I'm saying? I would love to win from home and to win for home. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. Hey, DMV, man. This is why we interview people like you, where you have DMV talents, man. Because the DMV has so much hidden talent, and like, you know what I'm saying. Like, people are out here doing their thing. Everybody deserves to be recognized, man. Like you say, well, you're in a studio like 4 times a week or every day if you can. You know what I'm saying? So so that kind of stuff should not. It usually doesn't, but what we're here for is to make sure that it never does. Like, we don't want anybody from the DMV to ever be, you know, going without credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody here is doing something, man. Like, I feel like we are like the next ATL. We are the next New York, LA.
DMV is the next big hub, without a doubt. It's been bubbling since I've started performing in 2015. We thought 2016 was going to be the year that the shit bubbled over, but it's happening right now.
Right? Yeah.
It's happening right fucking now, and it's about to keep getting better.
Everybody just needs to be like the comedians out there, just like collabing with each other, because they're like the number one group of people that's really putting out shit like consistently.
DMV got the like, funniest people,
like best music, Pat and Goofy's just like
even the Lean Squad dudes, like Bernard.
Yeah, they are from the DMV.
They're frequently just putting out content.
Yeah,
and we just
Retro Spectro's on Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's actually that's funny. The Bernard is actually the homie.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Check out his shit. Lean Squad, all of them.
Bro, that is crazy, man. Like, I feel like still, even like you say, like it's happening now, but I feel like it's still not fully like the way it could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think this is the beginning, and it's gonna turn into something really, really serious within the next couple of years. But like, if there was ever a time, if you're a DMV artist, if there was ever a time to put your pedal on the metal, it's right fucking now.
Yes,
just,
sir,
bro, don't wait, man. It's right now, man, because people are gonna start running laps around us, but everyone's working.
Yep,
everyone's working, man. Like, there's like I haven't come across too many people like in the DMV, like, and I'm a very honest person when it comes to like people doing what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to make an assessment of it, not too many people out here I see like are not talented. People just are not trying or don't have the resources. It's either one or the other.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
So much talent.
There's a lot of good rappers from here that just can't get to a studio every day or don't have that extra bread just to get a USB mic or go pay $50 an hour for a studio. But that's why at some point, like, I don't know, like, when I blow, I would like to come back to this area and give back to the people. Like, make sure the people that I know are talented, make sure that they have the resources that they need. Like, maybe how Outkast had the, what's it called, the Dungeon? Yeah, it's
shout out Outkast.
Yeah, so
2000.
they actually just bought that crib, right? Am I wrong?
They bought that crib.
Yeah, they bought the crib, and people can just come and record, and whoever they want to record can come and do that. And so that's what I would like to do for artists here. Yeah, and especially because it's when people tend to blow up, it tends to be focused on one person, and I don't want that to be the case, because there's too many people around here snapping way too hard for it to be going that unnoticed. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it shouldn't, and like I think our goal as a community should all be to like bring each other up and make sure that never happens. You know what I'm saying?
That's what HMO is for.
That's why I fuck with 800, because like that, you see how many people, like, so if one person is doing something, anybody else in the group is gonna just, you know, unanimously support it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, groups, like, surround yourself with people that that really like, you know, got that same vision as you, and then it becomes like it's like you said, it's not just one person. If it's like a rapper, that rapper almost always 9 times out of 10 have a team.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like teams, it's like it's no I in team. Like and right now is like no better like time for you to realize that. You know what I'm saying?
And it doesn't even have to necessarily be one team. Like 800, we fuck with SGE, like Frankie Steves.
Oh yeah, shout out SGE, shout out Frankie Steves.
You know what I'm saying? We support them, they support us. You know what I'm saying? One Way, Travi Nostra, we support them, they support us, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, especially in Moco. Like the DC scene and the Virginia scene, that's a little different, I guess. But in Moco, it's all love. I don't got no problems with nobody. Nobody got no problems with me. We all just try and get to the bag.
It's nice like that, right?
I love
Definitely shout out Duvet, shout out Clockwork, like we were saying, man. All these people around here are so dope, man. I feel like, hey man, this is my 2K19 resolution. I know it's a bit late to be making one, but I'm gonna make one right now. All right, so. I am not dropping another dime on any name brand clothes until at least like June.
Nice.
No name brand, no Gucci, nothing. No, not that I own any, but like no North Face, Nike, none of that shit.
Gotta fuck with the 8 brands.
Exactly.
We'll get you right.
Cop HBC, cop.
Bad News, Mingo,
Bad News, Duvet,
Natural Selection,
HMO, everything,
yes,
bro. Yo, so like if your homie is rocking is making some clothing, it goes a long way. One purchase or like you know what I'm saying, like just support your homies, bro. Like Gucci could give less of a shit about your $200, $300, your 1,000 on those Balenciagas. They don't care about your money, man.
But also, if your homie has a brand and it suck, it's your job as a friend to tell them that it suck.
Gotta let him know. Thank you, man. We're gonna wrap this up with this, man. I want to say, first of all, All Dogs Go to Heaven out now. Go check that out. It's super dope. I actually listened. I was listening like song by song, but like yesterday I actually listened to the whole entire thing like in one sitting, and I was just like, bro, you can rap, man. You can fucking rap.
Thank you.
So, what is like what do you plan on doing with Digital Dogs that All Dogs Go to Heaven didn't?
You know what I'm saying? I got the best video I ever shot being worked on right now. That joint look insane. The music has taken a step up. My engineer actually got better, so it sounds even better. Like if you play DigiDogs next to All Dogs, the engineering and the mixing and mastering it's going to be a huge jump. So that's something that's big. Yeah, I feel like as I just get better, the music gets better. So just be excited. If you like All Dogs, you're going to like DigiDogs because that shit is better. Like, I'm just getting better every day.
If you like DMV, like anything, if you like hip-hop, shit, if you like dogs, check out DigiDogs, man. Casey Jones in the building. Let's get a round of applause. Casey Jones. Anybody you want to shout out, my man?
Man,
and
shout
your
out
socials
800
too.
boys. My socials, shout out them 800 boys. My Twitter is KaseyJones800. My Instagram is KaseyJones800. I don't have a Facebook, and I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Hey, we'll see y'all next week. Adios.
Season 3, episode 4.